Imagination and Language Learning. This is part one of 2 lectures based upon Gertrude Moskowitz's article in 1994 called Humanistic Imagination, Soul Food for the Language Class. The article begins with the idea of asking students to act in front of a class. In language classes, we often do this with conversations. Some teachers would never consider this because some cultures and some people are shy and don't like being in front of others. But there are numerous benefits to it. And for some students, putting on the identity of the actor protects their self-esteem because it's not them stumbling over the words, it's Ginger or Roger or whoever their role is. Of course, small groups can build confidence, or some students prefer to be video recorded instead of giving live performances. In the end, if the instructor sets a safe atmosphere in the class, I don't think there should be a problem. I found it very interesting that Moskowitz said imagination is one of the basic needs of life. Of course, others like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow agree with her, and we'll be looking at them later. But I found myself trying to list what I thought were truly basic needs in life, and this is a list I came up with. If imagination and creativity are basic human needs, then there's no reason to not bring them into the language classroom. What do you think? Should IQ stand for intelligence quotient, like it does, or should it really be imagination quotient? Is there a connection between imagination and intelligence? The truth is that frequently people with lots of imagination do not score so high on the intelligence scale, but we should be aware that they are extremely intelligent in their own way. In the U.S., K-12 has developed a program for gifted students because they found that highly intelligent learners were usually bored in regular classes, and that would lead to behavioral issues. In high school, this program finally reached my small town in Kansas, and I was given an intelligence test. I didn't score high enough to truly fit into the gifted program, but without me knowing it, they gave some of the writing I did at home for fun to an English professor, and she rated my creative writing as exceptional. Therefore, they let me into the gifted program, and I loved it. The point is that they were wise enough to consider both creativity and intelligence in their decision. As teachers, we should also make room for both in our classroom and grading. Acceptable social responses, or appropriate social responses. Essentially, this is an attempt to get us as teachers to realize that students need more than just hearing, "Okay, next," from us. Lots of students respond to getting good grades, but try to create rewards for students who don't get good grades. Try to bring some right brain rewards into your classroom. Sometimes when a student gives an answer I like, I'll do a little fist pump or I'll dance a little. These are social rewards that go beyond grades, and they can be given for atypical work also. I had a student once who was horrible in regular language classes, but when I set him in front of a computer, he blossomed. Try not to get too caught up in test scores. Hard to do, but you and your students will find it very rewarding if you broaden your perspective. All right, let's end part 1 here.